What is up? Welcome back to the podcast. Be Unexpected with Wyatt and Jake. Unfortunately, Jake could not be joining us with the interview today, so it's just going to be me solo. But we are happy to have Drew Sellon, former Fremont High athlete and currently football player at Morningside University. How's it going, Drew?
It's going good. Thanks for having me on here.
Yeah, so a little quick background. Drew, his dad, we call him Coach Sellon. He was our coach and he taught me, I think, one class my senior year of high school. And then I
Yeah,
remember Drew, he'd come to football practice all the time and hang out with us and just kind of, be a funny kid.
yeah.
I remember seeing you at all the Fremont High events.
Oh, yeah. I'd always stick around practice with my dad and just hang out with all those older guys. And I just remember looking up to him a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were just a big supporter of us, and now
hmm
it was cool. Like I went back a couple times, watch you play
Yeah,
football and basketball, and it was cool to see you guys.
yeah.
Just
It was
see
fun.
it from there. So, Drew, just tell us kind of about yourself and growing up, how you got involved in sports.
Well, really, I started football when I was, I don't know, really young. Same thing with track. My dad had me pole vaulting really young. And I'd say I don't know, biggest supporter or somebody that like showed me really what sports is all about was my brother.
Hmm.
My brother really taught me, I don't know, a lot I needed to know about track for sure. He talked to me a lot about pole vault because he was a really successful pole vaulter at Fremont before I was. And football was the same deal. He'd always talk to me and teach me different things I could do at receiver to beat a dude deep or I don't know, just anything really. He was always a huge help. And same thing with my dad. He'd always sit down with me at nights at home and in the living room and we'd watch pole vault film and just talk through technique and how I could be better. And yeah, it was just they were both there for me throughout sports.
That's pretty cool. Your nights were spent not just watching TV, watching film. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Like, what is it about like watching film for pole vault? Because I've never heard about watching film for pole vault.
yeah, not a lot of people do, but the people I mean, pole vault's just such a technical event that you gotta see yourself on video doing it to get better.
Hmm.
It's just everything matters from your step, your takeoff, and just everything. If it's not on, it's not going to be on. So
Yeah, for sure. So growing up, playing football and then running track. Well, so you played football in college. What was the moment you were kind of like growing up? Like football was your favorite sport. Like you liked sports, but football was just a different kind of love for you.
I think I think junior year of high school, I started to come into a bigger role on the team on offense, especially, and I don't know. I just always loved football. I don't know. It's something about the game. It's just such a fun game to play. Track's always fun, but it's more individualized.
Hmm.
And I don't know. Football is just the greatest game you can play in my eyes.
Yeah, for sure. The team bonding, and then like you
Yep.
said, what growing up, when did you always play wide receiver, or did you ever play quarterback or running back?
Uh, so right when I started, I played flag, just the YMCA league, and I remember they move you all around and that, just
Hmm.
getting every kid reps. But I played some quarterback there, and then I'd go on and play. I played JCs. It was
Hmm.
the it was the I guess they call it Junior Tigers now. It's that like padded football league in town, but used to be JCs, and I played running back actually for 2 years on that team. We were the Chiefs.
Nice.
And then
Yeah.
from there on out, I was just receiver.
Okay. Yeah. Bet you had some great memories with JC. It's always. Would
Yeah.
you agree with some of the best memories is actually playing like at JC's, like
Oh
because you're
yeah.
just playing for fun. It's not on the
Yeah.
line like it is in high school.
Yeah. I'll still talk with my buddies from home about JCs just all the time. It'll get randomly brought up about whose team was better, this and that. It was a fun time.
Did you play defense too, or just offense?
Yeah, both sides of the ball. It
Okay.
was Yeah.
Nice. So like growing up playing football and doing track, and you played basketball too, right?
Yep.
So go through your senior year, well, you're going through high school, and then your senior year, you broke your arm, right?
I broke my thumb.
Oh, your
The
thumb. Okay.
what would have been second game of the year against North Platte,
Mm-hmm. How long
and
were? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, it was. I don't know. I was on defense at safety. I came down and tackled a kid and got up, and I don't know. My thumb was just throbbing. It hurt so bad, and
Mm,
I jogged off, and lady told me it was probably broke, but she taped it up, and I kept playing defense the rest of that game, but I wasn't able to catch a football with it.
oh man. So like when you were out, how did that affect you? Like just kind of mentally, it's senior year. You're injured. It's the
Mm.
last time playing football, the sport you love with your buddies.
Yeah, I mean, I was so I got a surgery. I don't know, not like a few days after, a week later, and I only had to miss one game.
Well, that's nice.
Still, I was still begging my dad to not let me get the surgery because if I
Mm-hmm.
just casted it, I could have played the next game, which would have been against Omaha Benson,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not very good. So I would have had a pretty good game, I would think, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, I just remember being in that doctor's office just begging my dad to let me just cast it and go without having surgery, but he wasn't a fan of that.
Looking back, you're kind of glad you had the surgery now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's going to benefit me when I'm 40 years old. So they
Yeah.
told me that's why my dad wanted the surgery so bad. They told me if I didn't have the surgery, then I could maybe lose movement in it throughout time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
oh yeah,
So, like throughout football, basketball, and then track, were there what moments in high school like where you faced adversity either as a player or a team, and you guys like overcame it, and it was just kind of like a really unbelievable feeling for you? Any games or moments?
uh, I don't know. I remember one game specifically. It was I don't know if it was really adversity, but I know it was really built up throughout the week. It was Grand Island my junior year
Mm-hmm.
at home. The stands were really full, and I just remember throughout the week, it just felt like there was such a big build up to this game. Like they were a top 10 team in the state coming into Fremont, and we were ready to go and played a back and forth good game with them. Ended up going to overtime, and we ended up beating them on a trick play on the goal line for a 2 point conversion where I threw a pass to Carter Sintek to win it.
Nice.
That was one of the best highlights of my high school career for sure.
I'd call that adversity. I mean, you're down the game. I mean, you got to
Yeah,
win it. I mean, that's
true.
the thing about it. Not everything's like got to be huge.
Yeah.
That's like kind of another reason why we started this podcast, because there's all kinds of adversity. And you think like you think sports in general just kind of helped you realize how to face adversity like through
Oh,
life too.
oh yeah, for sure. Playing sports growing up is a huge thing for kids. I mean, my kids one day are for sure going to be playing sports. Like
Nice.
it teaches you a lot, especially football, physicalness, toughness. It just yeah, it's the best. It's the best sport to play for sure.
Oh yeah. So going from like high school football to college, what's the difference? Did you realize how different college football was by just getting hit, or the workouts, or what was it?
I think both. Last year I got to play 2 games still with that red shirt, and I know on one play I ran like a little bubble route and was running, and that safety came down harder than any other safety ever would,
Mm.
and drilled me. And he knocked me pretty far, but yeah, that was a big hit for sure. And then workouts are no joke. Like not everybody's meant for it. That's for sure. And I don't know the what's different about college is definitely like the I'd say like film sessions and all that, meetings, workouts. Just there's so many more meetings in college than there was at Fremont High.
Oh, I bet. Gotta
Yeah,
get you ready for the work world, man.
yeah,
Like
and
you're in meetings all day.
we got fall camp coming up, so we'll start 2 days with probably 2 practices and 2 meetings each day, and it's gonna be a grind, but you gotta get ready for season somehow.
I bet. So like, growing up, I remember people that I knew they're like, oh, if I don't go play D1 or D2, I don't want to play college sports. But I was like, NAI is still college sports. Like, it's hard. Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you say that? Like, just because it doesn't matter what division, college athletics is college athletics, and you're gonna face adversity and accomplish great goals either way, no matter what level.
yeah, it's for sure. Like I'd say most of my teammates all had, even including me, we all had Division II offers, but
Mm,
we ended up coming here, and I mean, here we've won 3 out of the last 5 national championships, and we're winning the GPAC 14 straight right now, and having a great time. So I mean, yeah, the talent wise, it might be a little better when you go up to Division II, but like your starters in the
yeah,
GPAC for sure, especially from here, are going to be same caliber, maybe a little better. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, like my brother played NAI in basketball,
Yeah.
and there was still a lot of good players. I was just like,
Oh yeah.
man, like these guys are like legit. Like, and I
Yeah.
mean,
I've
like,
went. I've
go ahead.
definitely went and watched our basketball team up here, and they're they're no joke too. Like they
Oh
went to
yeah, like
they
when
went to
Matt
the
Hahn
national.
was on the team, they were really good. I
Yeah.
remember. Like,
Yeah. I went to a couple games with Matt, sat with him, and yeah, those dudes, they're no joke. They got some size. All of them can dunk easy. They're good.
so kind of go back to your basketball career, like that high school team you guys had. You had a lot of athletes on that team. What was the basketball season like for you?
Basketball was honestly really fun. It's a game that you have a lot of fun in for sure. I mean, our team at Fremont, we were just hardworking dudes. I'd say we were football guys playing basketball.
Hmm.
That's what Coach Williams always said, at least.
Yeah,
And
I heard you guys were athletic, like really athletic, right?
yeah, we were definitely we were a really athletic team. We were just lacking some size against those Class A schools.
Hmm.
It's hard to play against a team like North Star where they had, I don't know, a couple 6'6", 6'8" kids, and we don't have a guy over 6'2", 6'3", maybe.
Dang. But
Yeah.
you guys surprised a lot of teams, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I mean, no, and another thing Williams always said was nobody's going to want to play us when it comes down to tournament time or whatever when you go play in districts, which that was definitely the case. We were a dangerous team to play, that's for sure, and we just kept getting better throughout the year, and it was a fun year.
Nice. And then go back to so you go through basketball your senior year, but then football. Didn't you guys make the playoffs when you were in high school?
Yeah, we made playoffs my junior year,
Okay. What
and
was?
we just missed playoffs my senior year. We were
Mm,
the 17th team, I guess, and they take 16 to playoffs.
oh dang.
Yeah,
What was
one.
that like going to playoffs? Like, because Fremont football doesn't really go to playoffs much, but you could say you were on a team that went to the state playoffs.
Yeah, it's cool. It doesn't happen much in Fremont football history, but yeah, we were really solid all around that year, and we had a nice schedule. It came to where we played Papio South at home, really cold game, beat them pretty handily, and then we had to go over into Elkhorn and play Elkhorn South that next week, and it was a battle in the first half. We held them to 10 points. It was 10-0, and then second half they kind of just took the bull by the horns there.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, at least you made the playoffs. And your senior year, you guys were pretty good too. So it was
Yeah.
cool to see you guys like just keep the program like build it up.
Hmm.
Because I'm not gonna lie, when I was there, I think we won 4 games total, and so it was cool to see like your class just like, oh man, like Fremont's pretty good in football, and
Uh-huh.
to see you guys like beat some teams that were a lot like the school's way bigger, but I would check the scores and you guys would come out on top sometimes. And I bet that was a really cool feeling just to like put Fremont football back on the map.
Yeah, it definitely was because that's what I cared most about in high school for sure was the football program, and yeah, it was every game of that junior and senior year I'll miss forever for sure.
Mm-hmm. Now, like Coach Jennings, was his first year your freshman year?
His first year of being head coach,
Yeah, head coach.
that
Right.
that would have been my junior year.
Junior year, okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you, like switching coaches? Did the team seemed to respond pretty well to that?
Uh,
Good.
yeah, Coach Jennings. I mean, he was always in the program ever since
Mm-hmm.
I can remember, honestly. So
Yeah,
he was. It's not like he just came in from out of town. He was there, and we all knew him and knew what he was about. And yeah, I mean, he's been successful since he's been the head coach, and
yeah.
yeah,
So then going to track, how like track's more an individual sport, even though
yeah,
you score for your team. Like
yeah.
mentally, how is track different than like basketball or football for you?
I think. Well, obviously, track's not like, and it's not physical at all, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't got to really worry about getting your body just beat up. But I think it's just going in knowing you need to score points for your team and just uh, laying it all on the line. Honestly, just running as fast as you can, jumping as high as you can, jumping as far as you can. All that just comes together to win state championships, I guess.
Yeah, because how do you guys did you guys win a state championship while you were at Fremont?
Yeah, we won two state championships and one runner up when I was there.
Okay, and which years did you win the state championship?
My state championships were my freshman and senior year.
Oh, nice! Go out on top your senior year. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
I didn't walk away from the state meet without a trophy for in track
that's awesome.
because we went freshman year state championship, sophomore year canceled because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and then junior year we were runner up, and senior year we won it again. So yeah,
That's
track
awesome.
track was always fun because we were just so good at it.
Yeah, we were just known for track.
Oh
And
yeah,
then like I remember like people would ask me like you're Fremont.
uh
Like you
huh,
guys aren't very good at football. But it was like, yeah, but we're a track school. I mean,
yeah,
can't beat us in track.
we're a track town.
Heck yeah. And
Uh-huh.
like at cross country, I think we
Oh
won
yeah,
like two state championships when I was in high school.
they just
Yeah.
keep it going too. Coach McMahon's just so good.
Yeah.
He's got guys every year that are running for medals and
Hmm.
trophies. So
So then throughout this whole time you're at Fremont High, your dad's a coach. And so what was it like to be coached by your dad?
I think it was definitely a benefit. I mean, I talked about it earlier. Just being able to go home and talk through things with him, sports wise, was definitely a huge help because watching film and track was definitely a huge help. And we'd go home and talk about football games after they were over and just like talking about plays that might have went wrong or I don't know, just different things that I might have done good. Just yeah, we talked through a lot of things, and it just definitely helped when you'd go out and play.
Yeah. Like would would it ever be hard because your dad was a coach, or did you like on the field or track?
Well, no, I don't think it was ever hard having him as a coach. He was good at like not being in my ear too much, but
Hmm.
being there when I needed him type of deal.
Oh yeah, especially for when you succeed in football and you guys won state champ. I bet that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Have your dad right there.
yeah.
So, so you did pole vault, and then did you? What'd you run in track? Then
The 4x4 relay, and sometimes my dad would stick me in the open 400.
okay. Did
Yeah,
you? Which one did you like better?
definitely the relay.
Yeah.
The relay, you get pumped up for that relay because it's always the last event, and
Hmm.
you got three other teammates with you that you got to run fast for, So,
I know
oh,
it's changed a little bit because of like the COVID happening, but like people have told me like there's no atmosphere like state track, like all the classes and everything.
yeah,
Is that true?
there's not. It's definitely got weaker though because the NSA keeps changing it up. So they changed it up. I don't even know how many years ago. They only do two classes at one time and in different
Mm.
sections. But they used to have it where all four classes were at the same time, and Burke Stadium was just covered in people. It still is, but
Yeah, it's not the same like when you were a kid.
yeah, it's not quite the same. Like, especially for, I mean, I pole vaulted. Pole vault's always at 9 a.m.
Hmm.
So the bulk of the fans aren't there yet. So you're kind of vaulting in front of your hometown fans, really. But it was still fun.
Nice. So going throughout just your athletic career, whether it's in high school, college, middle school, and younger, what coach or coaches besides your dad have really made an impact, not just in sports, but in your life?
I'd say Coach Jennings probably for sure because I don't know. He's a head coach. He preaches the most about different things and just knows what to say. And yeah, we'll go hunting and stuff. We'll just hang out, and he's just such a good guy. And I mean, I could call him right now and ask for anything, and he'd probably do it. He's just that type of dude, and yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, we had him on a couple episodes ago, and it was really cool to catch up with him. And
Yeah, I
then,
saw that. It was yeah,
yeah, everyone loves Jennings. He's the best.
yeah. He's a good dude.
So, let's talk a little
From
football.
Columbus, though.
Yeah, we don't hold that against him. He's been in Fremont for years, so we just
Yeah.
forget that part.
Uh,
So, like growing up, did you look up to any pro athletes, or do you got a team or a pro player you like to watch, a wide receiver?
well, yeah. I hear go
Oh,
Rams.
you got the Rams.
Yeah,
Nice.
go Rams. But Cooper Cup for sure. I watch his videos all the time.
Hmm.
His route running is so good. It shows too. I mean, 2 years ago, he's the best receiver in the league, Triple Crown winner, and he just knows what he's doing when it comes to route running. And
Yeah,
yeah, I'd say yeah, Cooper Cup's the dude.
yeah. I mean, if you want to just watch how good he is, that Super Bowl, man, they just kept going to him. Like all the other wide receivers just sit down. Like
Yeah, but we didn't have anybody else for Matthew Stafford to throw it to. I mean, OBJ went
no,
down with that knee injury, and then all we got left is Van Jefferson, Ben Skoranek, Tyler Higbee, and Cooper Cup. But yeah, Cooper Cup got the bulk of the receptions for sure.
yeah. And then what was crazy was like Odell was like doing really good until he got hurt. So you could add two wide receivers just killing it.
That was a great sign when the Rams signed him.
Yeah.
They used him really well.
So what do you got going now? Just getting ready for fall camp and then your redshirt freshman year, right?
Yeah, it'll be my redshirt freshman year. Right now we're just still in summer workouts, so we work out on Monday mornings at 6 a.m., Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday, and then we do 7-on-7s on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So I'll have 7-on-7 tomorrow and a workout in the morning
Okay, cool.
for two
So
more weeks, I think, and then I think we'll start camp on August 2nd.
who's your first game?
Benedictine College down in it's kind of hard to say Atchison, Kansas.
I think I remember that. Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. It's not against Northwest because it wasn't against Northwestern last year.
Yeah, Northwestern last year here in Sioux City at night. It was a cool game.
I bet.
Yeah,
What do you know when you guys play them again this season?
later in the year this year. I think it's week 8, maybe
Okay,
right around there somewhere.
because everyone looks forward to that game. Huge
Oh yeah,
game.
those are
So
the rivals.
for sure. Well, thanks, Drew, for coming on the podcast and sharing your story, how you got into sports and your passion for Fremont High and bringing Fremont High some state championships in track and a
Oh
playoff appearance in football. So,
yeah, thanks for having me on.
yeah, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
That was